Since I've been at Crossroads, I can't remember an offer that we've given you that has stirred up as much curiosity as this one. It's by our friend Joe Amaral. It's a film that's available to you, 40-minute film on DVD and Blu-ray called Story in the Stars, riveted with biblical truth. We just go to where the Bible talks about stars and Joe just goes crazy.
It's there.
There it is. It's just fun to watch and see what's happening. Let's talk a bit about the birth of Jesus, perhaps the most famous star that culture would remember. Let's talk about the constellations themselves. What do they tell us about Jesus' birth from a biblical perspective?
Well, before we get to the actual, to the birth and what happened the night that he was born, you have to go back to the beginning, to Genesis 1:14. And there God says that he created the sun, the moon, and the stars to serve as signs for mankind, to mark sacred days. I think the birth of the Son of God would qualify as a sacred day. So first of all, we need to remember that. When alignments take place, they're not random, they're there on purpose. And that blows my mind about God. And this is an excellent tool, by the way, for people to give to people who are into the occult, who are into horoscopes, even for atheists.
Yeah, the film is a great.
The film is, because the very fact that the universe aligns itself at specific dates exactly that coincide with events in Jesus' life, it's outstanding. And then you fast forward to Luke chapter 21, and I never saw this before. I'm a pastor, I have been for over 20 years. You're a pastor, I went to Bible college. And this kind of eluded me, that Jesus said, hey, there will be signs, zodiacs in the sun, made of the sun, the moon, and the stars. And we miss that. So let's get to the night that Jesus was born, because the Bethlehem star is the conversation of a lot of, there's a lot of speculation around it. Was it a planetary alignment? Was it a freak comet? What was it? We know now, using basic astronomy, even free software on the internet, you can take it and you can punch in certain dates anytime in history. So you set your perspective as Bethlehem and you say, show me the night sky. And so I started to go through and started to look for alignments or look for things that might pop out, and something amazing happens the night that he's born. There's a star called Regulus, and it's in the constellation of Leo, and it's there all the time. Okay, and so Regulus in Latin means little king. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now what happens is there's a wandering star, and that means planet in Greek. They didn't know back then that those moving stars were planets. They thought they were wandering stars. Why did some stay still and why did some move? And so these wise men, these magi who were in the east, are watching this wandering star, and they start to follow it. And the night Jesus is born, Jupiter, the king planet, aligns with Regulus, the little king, in the constellation of the king in Leo. Okay? Now this takes place on the first day of the Hebrew month called Tishri. Today it's called Rosh Hashanah. People might be watching saying, why is he talking about Jewish holidays? Hang on a second. During the Feast of Tishri, you can see it all through the Bible, it's called the Feast of Trumpets. And on that night, that's the day that you install new kings. So check this out. The night the King of Kings is born is on the night they're expecting the king to be declared. And it happens when the little star, the big planet, that's the king, and the constellation of the king all line up. I won't tell you what date it is. It's not December 25th, but it's a remarkable date. Look at how much work God put into aligning the stars to declare the birth of his son.
And you go into even greater detail.
And animations, I think, that will blow people's minds.
Joe. I have never encountered anything like this. Yeah. This is totally fascinating. And I hope that you'll call us and get this. Joe Amaral's Story in the Stars. It's a 40-minute film, beautifully done. Great pictures and obviously incredible, revealing content, all biblically based, and it's available to you when you call us and make a gift to help Crossroads and 100 Huntley Street continue to do what we do every single day. Thank you, Joe Amaral, and thanks to you.